Lord. Okay, can anybody hear me? Give me a yes or a no. I'm having some more difficulties. I can't seem to get a live image. I think I'm getting frustrated. I'm sorry. All right, so you can hear me, but you can't see me. No, I'm not a gamer. Um, all right. I'm trying to get. Give me just a second here. Video capture device. Webcam. I'm frustrated with this new done. I'm very frustrated with this please select if current resolution is just not optimal. More info. Okay, so it doesn't tell you where to go and change your video. So let me double check something here. I don't want this to be a copy of last time, so it doesn't like that. So let's lower the resolution. Let's try that. Done. And let's see if that helps. Can anybody see me? I just don't know how to operate Stream OBS. So yes, it was a great stream tonight. A great rally. I apologize. Um, God, I don't know why I can't seem to get the image to show up. Current resolution is not optimal. Then what is the optimal resolution? I hate when YouTube changes everything. So it's telling me that 1280 by 800 is no longer optimal. So I've already lowered it. I don't know anymore, folks. I don't know. Starting soon, webcam. Let's try this. Boom, boom. 1280 by 870. Let's just go all the way down to 124. Done. And let's see how that works out. There is no games on. It's just a presetting and let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Color done. I'm stumped. I really am stumped. I just don't know why I can't get video out. I really don't know why. And then I come over here. Ah, shoot. Anyway, need more volume. Let's take a look at the volume. Webcam. Boom, boom. Well, I got the volume all the way up. Mic auxiliary is like, so that's got to be you. Desktop audio webcam is just dead. Just freaking dead. Webcam. Let me take a look at something. New scene done. And the new scene is sources, video capture, webcam, video capture device, add source. I'm stumped, folks. I am stumped. I do apologize. But there's actually no way for me to even do this without without going live. There's select the camera again. I did. That was by Talking Bullion. I selected it. It's selected. It even says the name of my webcam. I just don't know. I'm going to start drinking on the job is what I got to do. I just don't know. It is not. Oh well, I'm frustrated now. You folks know. All right, you can't see me. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. The the rally was great. I watched it tonight. Um, I like the fact that they're throwing politeness out the window. I really do. Um, I'm tired of this politically correct politeness that gets you nowhere. There's a time for politeness. There's a time for uh, political discussion that has, I don't know, some type, some kind of, you know, uh, respect. But after you know that you cannot get through to the opposing party, there's no reason to be respectful. You got to say things as they are. Politeness sometimes is actually a lie. You look at somebody, you know you want to go off on them, but what do? You pretend. Pretend is called politeness sometimes. I also liked I also like the fact that he laid out how corrupt our government is. And I've been saying this for years. I've said it and I'll say it and I'll say it to my grave. Slavery never, ever ended. It was perfected. We are all slaves now. Think of it as something like somebody creating a board game that only they can win. But every now and then, somebody figures out a loophole. And what do? They close the loophole so only they can win. Another loophole is found, they close that so only they can win. The whole system is rigged so only they can win. It's amazing. You go to church, 10% tithing is good enough. 10% is good enough for God, yet 50% is still not good enough for our government. You take a look at your check, your paycheck, approximately 35% total comes out of it for taxes. That's 5% state tax and the remaining 30% for federal tax. That's not all the taxes you pay, folks. That is far from all the taxes you pay. You go to the store, you pay taxes. You want to change something in your home, you pay a tax or a licensing or whatever they want to call it, a permit. It's still a tax. Permit. It's your home, but you need to buy a permit. A permit is short for permission. Permit, permission.
They tell you all the state parks and federal parks are the people's. Yet every time you want to go to Yosemite, you have to pay a fine. Oh, I'm sorry, a fee, another tax. But it's yours. It's the people's. You want to go up and go camping somewhere. There is a fee, another tax. You want to go fishing nowadays. It's a fee, another tax. You want to change tires. There's a tire change disposal fee. You are taxed more than 50%. When you start adding up the taxes it costs you to live, and I'm using taxes as a very broad word. There's licensings and there's permits. Those are all taxes, folks. The system is rigged against you. You are nothing but a cash cow to the elite. The elite have rigged it, and now they have somebody in office who is showing the people the truth, and they are fighting back. Yes, folks, there is no video. I cannot seem to get the video working. There's nothing I could do about it right now. I'm going to contact a friend, um, silver stacking gentleman who helped me, and we're going to get things figured out with the video this weekend. But right now, you're just going to have to listen to my pretty voice. And I hope everybody can hear me. I appreciate if everybody can give me a thumbs up. Um, this is the people are starting to realize what slaves they are. They are starting to realize they're starting to see, they're starting to wake up from the matrix. They're investigating the corrupt. And what did the corrupt do? It's kind of like the Terminator, where the machines, they were turned on. And then after a while, the machines start to protect themselves when the creator wants to turn off the machines. Bad metaphor, but that's the only thing I got right now. We have a corrupt machine that is protecting itself. It is going after and arresting people. It is harassing people. It is giving them subpoenas. It is taking them to court and costing them more fees and legal uh, fees than they even make in a year. They're destroying the people who are investigating them. They will protect themselves at all costs. I am just surprised it hasn't turned violent yet. There are two laws. That is correct. Rumpelstiltskin. There's two laws. And when I said earlier, it's like creating a board game where only they can win. And every now and then, you figure out a loophole and they close it. That's the best metaphor I can come up with. Only they can win. And it's quite evident when they create a healthcare plan, the Obama plan, the plan that you must follow, and yet they don't have to follow it. Yet they claim they are your servant. They work for you. Yet they don't have to follow the plan, the health care plan that they imposed on you. But they work for you. You ever heard of a servant making more money than the master? They don't work for you, folks. It's all a lie. It's all a scam. They work for them, and you are nothing but a slave. You are a tax ID number. You are bred. You're you're literally bred like cattle for your tax revenue. Just to give me a sign that folks can hear me. I'm not seeing any real feedback. Can I get an amen?
I guess nobody can hear me. Folks, can you hear me, or am I just talking to myself? All right, I got one amen. I think people need to start waking up and really opening their eyes to the world they really live in. They live in a world, we live in a world of slavery. It's plain and simple. No matter what nationality you are, no matter what color your skin is, if you live under the taxation and debt based system here in the United States, you are a slave. And Trump is showing the world. And I like the fact that he talks like a man, not some prissy, college bred, aristocratic bullshit words that mean nothing. He talks like a man. He cusses. It just shows that he is human. He's not like from Harvard or Cambridge. I am tired of these aristocratic, polished politicians with their bleached teeth and their straightened hair and their spray on tans. I am sick of them. Anyway, folks, I haven't been responding to any of the text messages. Frankly, I'm a little worked up by today's speech at the rally. I thought it was excellent. I'm really feeling bad about what happened to the police. They're not allowed to wear their own uniforms. Um, and the rally outside of the rally were a bunch of Antifa folks. So, Cruiser, what do I think about all the UFO news lately? I haven't seen any new UFO news lately, but I will say this. I really saw a UFO one day in 1986. It was the only one I ever saw, but I saw it. And there's nothing as ridiculous as that sounds. I am embarrassed. I am embarrassed to admit that I saw one because people look at me like I'm crazy. But I saw what I saw, and I was with somebody else, and we saw what we saw. We were actually talking to each other and confirming with each other as we were seeing it, what we were seeing. And we saw it for a good 2 minutes. It wasn't like a flash. I actually made a video of it. If you want to go and look up the video, do a search on my channel, UFO. I saw it, and I'm embarrassed to say it, but I saw what I saw. And I'm not some Looney Tune. I didn't go report it to MUFO or whatever .org or whatever. I didn't try to make money. I didn't, you know, and to verify that I saw what I saw, when I woke up the next morning in the news was massive reports of a sighting that same evening. So I knew I wasn't crazy. It was in where was it? It was outside of Tampa Bay, Florida. I was coming back from Daytona Beach. Take a look at the video. What shape was it? It was perfectly round. Actually, it's a perfectly black silhouette against the uh, blue evening sky. You ever see those? It was like 2 in the morning. You ever see a well lit sky? It looks blue almost. It was a perfect silhouette. And I kid you not, if I told you as big as a football stadium, this thing was massive. Anyway, that's all the talking I want to do about UFOs because it just doesn't sound right coming out of somebody. But I saw what I saw. Woo, excuse me. One more. Uh, anyway, I gotta run, folks. I just wanted to get up
and tell you that I really, really enjoyed the rally. It was energizing. It was positive. I'm glad to see that he has not been stressed out over the negative Ukraine news. He looks like nothing was bothering him. And I was afraid he was going to start, it could probably take somebody's, I don't know, soul away being accused of all this thing. But he looked great tonight. He was he was amazing. He was spot on, and he called a spade a spade. Um, this whole Biden and Hunter Biden. You know what it was? They were stealing our tax dollars. Basically, he goes over to Ukraine, says, "We'll give you the billion, but first you got to do this." So they give him the billion, and Hunter walks away with a large chunk of money. It sounds like money laundering. You give it to Ukraine, they give you a little bit back as payment, a service fee. Money laundering is what it sounds like. Stealing the taxes of the American people. The same thing happened in China, only it was 1.5 billion with a B. Isn't it funny though? No matter how bad the economy gets, it's only you and I who has to sell our homes or sell this off or go here and sell that off to make things, work financially. Have you ever heard of a politician ever having to sell a house because it's financially, really bad off for them? No, the financial temperature of the United States doesn't seem to affect politicians. They always seem to have 3, 4, 5 homes. And never, ever have you ever heard of one of them having to sell off a home because times are hard. No. Two sets of economics. One for them, one for you. Two sets of rules. One for them, one for you. Two sets of benefits, healthcare, Obamacare. One for them, one for you. Yeah, they're not our servants. They're not public servants. And I'm tired of that word being used. Anyway, folks, you have a great night. Thank you for your support. I will try to get the video working. I got to go and get some sleep. Take care.